Where do pirates get all their hooks? Second-hand stores. Before we jump into the video, we have a quick word from this video sponsor. This video is sponsored by Instant Gaming. And when you head to the Instant Gaming website, you'll notice that games that just came out and are very popular are being sold at these massive discounts. Not only that, you'll also notice that you can get these across multiple platforms and across multiple editions for different games. And the reason that they're able to offer these great prices is because they're actually able to utilize keys straight from authorized sellers, being able to cut out the middleman. So whether you're looking for a trending game, want to get a head start on an upcoming pre-order, or you just naturally want to see some of the upcoming hot titles and you want to get yourself a good discount, getting a key straight from the source, head on down into the description and the pinned comment below and check out Instant Gaming. What's going on, YouTube? It's the weekend, so we're inside the Hollow City, inside of Cold Harbor, go over our first of two weekend vendors. Now, the reason we start for this bad boy here is that these items could be good, one, for your own house, or two, you can try to resell them in the future. Now, orc items are a bit weird in that they're either amazing or horrible. For example, this gazebo, amazing, 20,000 gold for a huge housing item that you can put inside of either or house or sell to another player is fantastic. 35k sarcophagus, an ugly totem, so that's where there's a bit of a disconnect between good and bad. A well for 20,000 that's animated, good. A well great for 10,000, that's actually pretty decent as well. So really, the fountain at the top for 16k is a good deal. I do love the Orcus figurine bear. It goes great with the mammoth, and the gazebo makes this a pretty good luxury furnishing vendor. And before we jump into our second vendor here for the weekend, this is just a quick reminder to like and subscribe. We are 20 subscribers away from our next subscriber goal, so please hit the subscribe button. And now we're inside our Northern High Rock Gate inside of the Cyrodiil to go over the second of our two vendors. And to start us off, we have a base game set, which is Hatchling's Shell. Now, this comes from Shadowfen, and Shadowfen's actually known for some pretty decent sets. Gives you armor, maximum health. Whenever you take damage, you gain a damage shield that absorbs 3650 damage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 6 seconds, and it scales off your maximum health. Now, all of that to say that I am currently in a Cyrodiil zone, which means that we have Battle Spirit active, so the shield actually should be twice as strong, because we're under the effects of Battle Spirit, although I do have a pretty decent chunk of health on here, so you probably would need to build in some health. Now, a lot of people love sets like these for solo content because they're just gaining a free passive shield. Hexo's Ward is very popular for solo content, so if you're looking for the base game version of it, Hatchling Cell is not a bad option. It's not as good as some other sets. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. You could certainly use a set like this for some solo content, giving yourself a little bit of damage shield absorption with some armor, and some health. It's pretty decent. Next up is Noble Duelist. Now, Noble Duelist is a special set. It comes from Blessed Crucible, a base game dungeon. It gives you stamina, weapon and spell, and then when you deal damage with a light or heavy attack in melee range, you increase the damage of your light and heavy attacks against monsters by 2110 for 15 seconds. This effect can occur once every 12 seconds. This honestly is one of the perfect partners for the Sergeant's Mail set. Everybody loves light and heavy attack builds. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here it is. And you don't have to farm the Blessed Crucible to get one of the annoying jewelry pieces. The reason for that is normally a final boss will give you any weapon or any jewelry piece that you don't have. Well, if you at least buy the jewelry piece, you wouldn't have to then go and farm all the other pieces because you're probably going to need the rings of this, depending on how you're going to build your actual set. But this is a perfectly serviceable set. It is a staple set for solo content. Is it worth a 10 out of 10? I would say so. It'll be in the thumbnail, one of the marquee sets of the game. It's very popular. It's great for light and heavy attacking, and it just has to be in melee range. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a melee attack, just melee range, and then you get that nice bonus against monsters for 15 seconds. Great uptime, great bonus, and it's very compatible with every other light and heavy attack set in the game. Next up is from Ark's Cornium Undaunted Infiltrator. When you cast an ability that costs Magicka while in combat, you increase the damage of your light and heavy attacks against monsters by 1645. So you can actually see the damage difference. You can already see that Noble Duelist is actually definitely better, but this is still perfectly serviceable. And that's where I would say that this kind of is. Instead of, the 10 out of 10 Noble Duelist, very good set. Everybody loves it. It's very popular. It's a staple for solo content. Undaunted Infiltrator is kind of like the cheap knockoff that's still pretty good. You buy a pair of Jordans that, they look like Jordans. They're a tenth of the price, but they're just not the real thing. And that's where kind of Undaunted Infiltrator falls. I would say it's like an 8 out of 10 for solo content. It's easy to keep Magicka abilities up. It's nice, too, because you can start your combat proc with a Magicka-based ability as long as you're in combat to get it going. It's got good uptime, as the other sets do, and still has good damage output for those light and heavy attack builds. Next up from Reaper's March, which has one of the greatest areas known to all of ESO, is Senshi's Bite. Now, it's 5-piece. Whenever you successfully dodge, you increase your critical damage and your critical healing by 15% for 10 seconds. Unnamed buff, 10 seconds. You can, proc it whenever you successfully roll dodge, and that's the problem, is that it requires a successful dodge, which means that it's a bit finicky. Now, this set actually was buffed by 2%. This actually, or 2 seconds. It used to be 8 seconds. Now it's 10 seconds. Does that make it good? I think your best bet is some sort of Nightblade build with this. People who are successfully, dodging in and out of combat and being able to get those successful dodges. And then you could stack this with every other named buff in the game. Even if you did that, though, on a specific Nightblade Brawl build, I would say you might be pushing an 8. You might be able to build a great setup with this, but you're really pushing it at an 8.0. But if you could successfully roll dodge, 15% critical damage, unnamed, that's a lot. Next up from Folkreath Hold, we have Damihas. Now, Damihas is good because it gives you a really nice one piece of stamina and Magicka. I actually love how much resources this one gives you. And you can also get the try one from some other monster sets that actually give you like 500 health, mag, and stamina, but 1058 as a one piece is pretty good. There's a couple other ones that also do that, but if you need a good one piece for your mag PvP builds, this is a great one piece to do so. And you can pick right now on light, medium, or heavy. And it's 2 piece. When you deal damage, you create a 10-meter ring of molten earth around you for 10 seconds, which deals flame damage, physical damage, and standing in the ring grants you 289 weapon and spell damage, and this is going to occur 15 seconds. Now, this is, it's such a hard set to rate because it's got some niche utilizations. It's great for trials, for certain build setups, but the problem is it's not the best. So if you're not the best, why get used? If you're going to be building a trial build, you're going to get the best stuff, right? So why settle for something that's just great? This is still arguably an 8, 9 out of 10 set. The problem is that there's better mythics, there's better monster sets, there's better ways to get higher parsing numbers, and trials would be the place for it because you stand still, deal damage, and get a free unnamed buff. If it's not good there, it's not going to really be good anywhere else. It's one piece, obviously, is good, as we talked about, but I would still give it an 8.5 out of 10. The problem is that where are you going to build this, though? That's the big problem. It comes from Folkreath Hold, so it's already a DLC exclusive area, dungeon. So if you're going to be doing DLC stuff, you're probably going to be getting a mythic or something better. And finally is Troll King. Now, Troll King also comes from the Blessed Crucible, gives you 4% healing done. And then when you heal yourself or an ally, if they're still below 50%, their health recovery is increased by 893 for 10 seconds. The problem with Troll King is that health recovery is garbage in PvP now. You don't want health recovery. Not good. So when its utilization used to be PvP, now that Battle Spirit has completely changed health recovery, what are you doing with health recovery there, friend? So that's the big problem that Troll King runs into, is that it has no home for content. You giving other people health recovery is just not helpful. It would actually be better if you gave them 893 healing, just health every second for 10 seconds. That'd be significantly better. And even that wouldn't be very good, if we're being honest. So Troll King is like a 5.0. It has no home really in most types of content. I'm sure you could think of one if you thought really hard about it, but it's an average set. You get the same sort of benefit if you just slapped on a random 2-piece monster set. Probably get a better bonus. But everyone, that has been our Friday vendors. Again, these will go until Monday at 10 a.m. Although I think actually with daylight savings times, they may go till Monday at 11 a.m. Don't quote me on that. So as always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment and like on the video / as many videos as you want. Second thing is just make sure you're subscribed and just stay subscribed. We're very close to our next subscriber goal. And the third thing is look for a hidden word we flash up on screen through the first person and find and comment that word. You will win. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.